talk about Maya, and this is all an illusion. And just about every single ancient document from the ancient world talks about this being an illusion, including the Bible sometimes. Say, this home is not my home. You know what I'm saying? I'm just passing by. They talk about the carnal fleshes. We get all this stuff here. But that is just watered down versions of something on a greater reality that this is only an illusion. We'll go back to that in a few minutes. But one of the keys here, Rudolf Steiner in his book said that when the initiate got to that particular point, he said, damn, I've been worshiping these gods all these years. And now you mean to tell me that in actuality that the ones that I used to worship used to be ancient ancestors, although they might have not been in the physical, but in actuality I am one of them? And in the book of Coming Forth by Day, the book of the Day, it says, I set up a ladder to the gods, but I am one of them. And I holler like the goose until they hear my prayer. And report it to Sirius. Well, it's interesting because it's about 4 or 5 times in the Bible they say that ye are gods. You see what I'm saying? Now, the key here is, you've probably heard all this before, but now we have to make a stand now in the millennium. And what it is this. For whatever you do on the physical earth, we don't say, don't stop doing that. That means we don't tell you to go put on a big old robe and a cane and walk all down the damn street, you know what I'm saying, like you Moses or Jesus or whatever. And you know what I'm saying, and some sandals and shit. We're not saying that. What we're saying is, in order for you to get to the next paradigm, you're going to have to make a difference, and you're going to have to make something, a different change than the average people out here. Why? Because you have been allowed for somewhere in the last, let's say, 13, 14, 15 years. And some of you, because we have conscious resurgence. We had one of them, we have them every 30 years. They had one in the 1930s, late 1920s. Start with Marcus Garvey, then over to Ali, Elijah Muhammad, CMA. And then, when you had that particular golden age, you see what I'm saying? At the turn of the century, you have a few people. And the abolitionists, and they have people, including your boy that started the AME Church. Yeah. You think of Richard Allen and them, they would be equivalent of a Malcolm X, based on the time side. Somebody is going to say African Methodist Episcopal Church. You see what I'm saying? That's right. That's right. You see, that early, you see, that would be equivalent, that's very radical. Yeah. So we have this resurgence of things going on. Then we have one in the doggone late 60s, early 70s. Go get the movie Cotton Comes to Harlem, because they got all the damn koofies, all the African stuff right there in Cotton Comes to Harlem. You see what I'm saying? Before COINTELPRO came in and broke it down. So we know this swing started somewhere in the late 80s. The late 80s. Yeah. But nevertheless, they came by 1996, they came in with Christian fascism. And the only thing they had to do this time, they said, well, we know these black people have outlived just the whole aspect of just being obedient to God. We have to now match this with Christian prosperity. So this is the main thing. TD Jakes, $1 dollar, Red Price, all these people, they just put up a $65 million doggone church on Crenshaw Boulevard. You see what I'm saying? And people are looking, saying, look at these idiots. They got one guy that bought the forum. Yeah, I just saw that in the paper. The Los Angeles Forum, and them crackers done fought it in all them years. Yeah. That's right. And the LA Lakers rolled out. You know what I'm saying? Somebody, these preachers done bought the forum. And so now they in the preacher wars. One trying to outdo the other. You see what I'm saying? One trying to outdo the other. So when this guy purchased this $65 million church, Fred Price gets jealous. He said, I don't want no more Learjet. That's James Brown in the 70s. No, I gotta go get me a damn DC-10. I'm gonna go get me a dog Air Force One. So this thing is going out of hand, gotten out of hand. You see, so that's right. We have to understand at this particular time, on a critical time, what is this stuff all about, and what is the key, and what is the mystery? The mystery now is pretty much when you talk about humanity. Been there, done that, got a damn t-shirt. You have to draw a line on whether you're going to become God's generator, operator,